Hello and welcome everybody. Today we will be coloring Tracer from the Overwatch franchise and we will give her a nice 3D effect after coloring. To start off we will apply the base colors, which I usually make a little bit brighter than the target colors in order to achieve a more deep color on the general picture later. After all of the base colors are applied, I continue to layer darker versions of each color on the figure, and I also start shading with it. So I try to figure out where the light is coming from and where the bright areas of the figure are located and where the dark areas would be located. So where the dark areas are located, I use more of the dark colors and try to have them fading out in the direction of where the light is located, or where the bright areas are located. As you can see, I use different colors or different kinds of orange to receive the depths in the figure. So where the shade is located or where the shadow areas are located, the darker colors are used. I'm doing the same with the gray colors, what I did with the orange ones. I start from a very light gray, and the more shadow I need in an area, the darker the gray gets. At the end I'm finishing with the black pencil and I'm shading all the very dark areas with it. This will give the whole picture more depth and will later support the 3D effect. The last step before we're going to cut the paper is to apply some shadow below the figure, and the shadow should have some perspective. So as you can see, it's pointing to the back of the figure. Before I start cutting the paper, I usually think about some shape that would support the 3D effect. Usually it is roughly aligning to the direction the shadow is going. Cutting out around the figure or the character can be difficult, even though the scalpel is very sharp and it's pretty easy to work with it. All those small spikes and the fingers and so on are not easy to cut out, so you have to be careful not to cut away something from the figure itself. As you can see, we achieved a pretty good 3D effect just by coloring and shading and cutting away some portion of the paper for this picture of Tracer. If you like that tutorial, please leave a subscribe, a like and a comment to let me know what I should color next or where I should get a 3D effect on next. I really appreciate your time and thanks for watching, guys.